I've got my photo really blurred, and I keep trying to make it focus, but it can't because it's blurred. With this idea that maybe that would help everyone see kind of more how I'm seeing. My eyes actually with glasses are fine, but I'm kind of ignoring. So I'm ignoring a lot of stuff in the beginning, and by blurring it out, I was hoping to help you guys see what I was ignoring. Yeah, I do not know what paper this is, but it doesn't seem like it's the paper I usually use, so I'm going to have to call Dakota and ask them what they sent me. So there's sort of two big elements here. There's where is the bottom of the ground, and where are the water lilies. And then in between there are the reflections. Just bring that down a little more. So this house is really, embedded in the greenery, but also if I thought it would help me, I could show a little more of the side of it here. If I thought that would help make it look, more three-dimensional. I could just wait and see. I did not realize how easy this was going to be to draw, although, every time I say something like that, I regret it. Not getting much of a sense that this is worth painting just from this drawing, but also I don't really want to do all this shading either, do I? There's so much charcoal on there. So maybe if I can just get this drawn a little better. I just know where some of these colors are going to go. And, I'm not sure about not really sure about what to do about the water lilies. Would it be better to make it all blue and then put them in on top? I just don't know. I guess I'm going to do kind of like I do with the sky, where it's mostly sky, I'll make it sky, but where it's mostly leaves, I'll make it leaves. Yeah, and I've got my house over too far, don't I? Too close to the middle, I see. What was that I said about easy to draw? And how every time I say that, I kick myself. One thing I did notice also when I blurred the photograph, it sort of overall got darker. So I thought that was kind of interesting too, that it not only, like that's maybe how it blurred the detail, was it made the lights a little darker. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. Okay, so let's just say that that's good. And I got myself some new pastels, so hopefully I picked up the right blues. And didn't just buy things I already had. Probably did. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sky holes. Yeah, that is not what I wanted at all. So I'm going to get something richer for the water. Okay, so something like that. And then I've got a lot of dark in this painting. Oh, shoot. Golly. So I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm just trying to build the darks up all around. Yeah, I don't, this paper is, I kind of really liking this paper. I just gotta have to find out what it really is, but it's sort of greenish, which is that's kind of a good color paper for in the fall. I did take this picture last fall. And I'm going to push the color some, even in the things that haven't really turned colors yet. Think of it more as I'm just trying to get the light effect on those greens. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm just putting that little light side in case I decide I want to. And you notice how I'm working on the reflections and the stuff and the reflections of the stuff all at the same time. I don't want to forget. I mean, the colors of the reflections are a little different. You can especially see that with the sky now, I noticed. Oh, and you can see I don't have that. What is that? Don't know. Guess it's lighter even up there. Lighter than the sky, I don't know. I really don't know. I just know these are too much the same, so I have to do something about that. I don't know. I was out painting the other day. My class was kind of small. Some people couldn't make it. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to drive people crazy if I just stand here and notice every stroke they make. So I decided to start one myself. And I don't know, I couldn't really concentrate. It's not like my favorite situation. And, I felt like, oh my God, I am so reckless. And then somebody else came up, somebody was out walking around and they saw what I was doing and they said, that is so bold. And so I decided that would be my new, I would not worry about being reckless anymore. I would decide that I was bold. So as you can see, this just looks like nothing, right? So we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. But it is bold. And I can't really move my thing is kind of stuck there, but I can do something about this one up here. My clip is kind of stuck, so I can't get under it right there. I guess that's more. All right, so. I got to tell you, honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to do now. I'm sort of feeling like, oh my God, reckless. Maybe that was a more appropriate word. Okay. Maybe I'll let those kind of get up too far, huh? Honestly, I'm just trying to get enough stuff on here that I feel like I can spray it because it's just so crazy that I don't know what to do except spray it. So. This is super dark green. I found it mixed in with my blacks. I didn't know it wasn't black. So I don't know what it is either. Honest, like right now, I just picked that up. It's just one of my really dark blues. I'm not really worrying about. I'm just trying to find something dark enough to get this all. And I could use some red in it. Well, I did use that reddish purple, so I guess that was okay. And here's some more reddish purple. One of those Dick Richardsons. And I'm trying to keep my strokes going different ways. Sort of up in the trees, I'm doing strokes that are kind of indicative of trees. But down here, I'm really keeping it all, like, I'm thinking water, 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 and keeping everything pretty flat. Like here, I kind of didn't do that, but I'll undo that. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, how much of this do I have to do in here to give the idea that it's water lilies? One thing is just keep them really flat on the water, and you're at an angle to them, so they're foreshortened. So be sure, like when you get back here, that they're not as thick as the ones that are closer to you. Not as wide, not as much depth across. Otherwise, they won't look like they're sitting on the water. And always remember, you're a designer, you're not a copier. So you're designing them, how they're going to go. Like I actually moved them in Photoshop because I wanted them up higher. I didn't want it such a straight line across here. So I did do some of my designing or composing, you know, in my photograph manipulation, but if you're painting from real life, you just do it in your head. So I'll just come back and forth with that. Okay, so this is crazy, but I'm going to spray it. Just going to add just a little more green in one spot here. Oh, not you. No. I'm going to miss this green as soon as it's gone. Just going to put that line in there. That's not going to stay, but I just thought I needed a little help to know. The first thing I'm going to do is come back and work on the sky after I get the drops of rain off my glasses. Okay. All right, sky. I don't know. I'm going to start a little darker. Golly. Just cannot get myself together here. Okay. Okay, so I sprayed it, and now I'm starting on the sky, just starting a little darker than I thought, but you know, I'm glad I did because I think that's more like what I want. I don't know, I just messed that up, didn't I? All right, well, I certainly got enough sky holes, so now I'll have to come back and put some more. Although maybe I like it better with more sky holes. Maybe I like it better with more sky and not that kind of lead your eye back and forth a little more, maybe, instead of blocking it all right back there. So maybe I'll leave it like that. I know I usually say I try to bring out the lights after I spray it. I guess that's what I should be doing. I'm trying to make my darks darker, but sometimes that's about impossible when after you sprayed it, because the pastel gets so dark. So probably I should be trying to bring out my lights a little more. It's not bugging me anymore that it's out of focus. It was bugging me quite a bit, but now it's not. It's really weird. I just feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what's up. I feel like I can't decide which tree is in front. Okay, maybe it's because I let these two get to touch each other right there. I wanted the dark tree to be behind, so that's what I'm trying to make it do. Oh no, the kids are home. And see here, I'm just coming back with some of the same colors I used before, but they're so much lighter now because of the spray darkening it. So that's kind of a good thing because it like doubles the number of colors I have. Okay, I feel like I made that better. So now I'm going to just work on that little house a little bit. So just thinking to myself, just thinking out loud really right now, it's like, okay, so what purpose does the little house serve in the painting? I mean, sometimes it's just really nice to have a little, inorganic structure, a little human-made thing to just kind of ground stuff. And it's another opportunity for me to show how the light is going, how the light is hitting on the roof so strong and that the front of the house is in shadow. So that the light is coming from this direction more. And maybe I could make that even more, a little more lit up in there. So purpley, maybe. Add a little yellow or something. Like that's too much, I think. But maybe pink would have been a better choice. So let's try pink. I forgot to look for a pink pastel. So something like that, and then just come back with some of the leaves again on top of that. All right, I'm not thrilled by the color of the sky yet either. So you can also use your background color like this, the sky color, to cut in and make your trees more tree-ish along the edges. And then generally what you have to do is come back with the trees again so that those strokes for the tree leaves on the edges are really on top of the strokes that you use for the sky. And the thing about, it's very, you know, like, and I've blurred it, so I really cannot see leaves in this picture. And the truth is, you don't really see leaves that much when you're out in the world either. It's not like, in my opinion, I know I'm not focused on the leaves, but a really good place to show the leafiness of your trees is on the edges, the lacy quality, where the edge meets the sky, or where one tree edge meets another. I'm kind of feeling less in the mood all the time to do a ton of detail. That what I'm really interested in is the colors. And once I have the color relationships, what I think is as good as I can do, then, you know, then I'm kind of not interested after that. Especially with these things that are non-architectural. All right, so I should definitely work on the water now. Come down. Not spend any more time up there. So I did buy myself a new Senoyer, really dark green, so we'll see. It's $8 a stick, huh? Sadly, I can't get it out of there. Okay, let's see what this will do. Well, not as dark as it looked in the package, but it's still pretty good. All right, I think that was a good buy. I got my reflection way off base there. I just think water or reflections, that's a place where it is so great to use the fixative and come back. And, you know, it might even be that I would decide to spot spray the bottom part and not just so I could get more. Because like I've tried so much stuff that I'm kind of losing my surface already in here. All right, I'm kind of lost some of my darks under here too, so I'll get those back. I did not really mean to pick up such a dark pastel right then. I should put that somewhere out of my reach. Yeah, you can hear the sound is not really good for layering right there. Oh, look, I can actually see some of that of the house in the reflection. I hadn't actually realized that until just now. Just a little of that, maybe. I would like to get that thing that's going on right there if I could. Okay, so one thing I have to think about too with this composition is I don't want to have sort of a ping pong ball effect. I want to have something that's leading me up from here. So maybe leading my eye here, then leading back to here with some of these reds, and then leading back to here with this yellowy stuff. So that's what I'm thinking about. And I guess I'm going to have to like really draw some of these little guys in. Paralyzed. Okay. And I am drawing with a pastel. Whoa. So I am looking at specific ones as I draw them. But I'm not trying to do all of them. Whoa, thank you. And I'm trying to, you know, doing pretty good actually, not just trying. I'm doing a pretty good job here, I think, of not using the same color everywhere. I mean, I have about 4 colors I'm using here. So I was thinking about not letting these be so detailed over here. And just maybe making them more like a pass-through. No, not you. Kind of leading your eye up into here, and maybe yeah, well, you know, I kind of think here's kind of a trouble spot there where everything's just the same. pastel dust. All right, well, I don't really have a strong sense of what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna stop recording and see if anything kind of comes to me.